Hello my angels and devils and all who may wonder here. It is Amanda Christina and it is that time of the month. I am so excited for this. It is time for the Gorjuss Girls collab. Woohoo! Yay! Now I've done a little bit of prep work for this today because I had an idea. Now the theme this month is love letters and it got me thinking. Not all of us are in relationships, so sometimes you don't necessarily want, I guess, to write a love letter. But then it got me thinking, love letters are kind of vintage. They're kind of old school now. And so I tea-dyed a whole, like I did bigger sheets, but I've cut them down for this so that they're easy to fit in here. And a whole heap of envelopes. And we're going to create a custom Gorjuss Girls vintage inspired writing set. And stay tuned because at the very end of this there may be a set given away. So what I've done is I've cut up my paper into quarters. I started with just, this is plain copy paper. It has been tea-dyed. There was a little bit of coffee left in the water because the coffee wouldn't dissolve. So I rinsed out my container, but there must have still been because, yeah, you can kind of smell the coffee. And if you hear lots of raucous noise, that would be the cockatoos out the back. Very Aussie right now in my backyard. So I baked these in my little toastery oven thing that I cook in, and this is how they came out. I really love it. And what I have is the Distress Archival in Espresso. Now I didn't like the big 4-pack thing it came in, so I literally just bought this and the black one and a plain ink pad. So that is what I am using. And I have my Hampton Art Stamp Perfect tool. So what I might do, I think I want to use this mermaid. I think she is so perfect for a vintagey theme. Now what I was going to do is I don't necessarily feel like I want to necessarily have the whole stamp. So let's see how we can, if I lay my paper, can I lay my paper like that without it getting squished? I can, okay. So what I want to do is kind of have her coming off the edge a bit, so she's not taking up the whole page. So now I know I'm supposed to take that plastic bit out, but I don't like doing that. I don't know why, I just don't, okay? But what I'm going to do is do a few sheets with this, then do a couple of matching envelopes. So basically the idea is that I'm doing 3 sheets of each, and I'll only do a couple on camera because, you know, we'll see. Otherwise it's going to be a very, very long video. So we've inked that nicely, and then we just press gently because it's rubber. Okay, we'll just re-ink her again a little bit because there's a couple of spots where she just didn't stamp very well. But oh my goodness, this espresso ink. Oh, okay, she moved a little. Okay, I need to take that pad out. But that espresso ink on that tea-dyed baked paper, look at how gorgeous that is. Now, if you want to further do this, let me grab my Distress inks and make a big mess. We want our browns. And there should be in here a distress tool. So, sorry, now I'm making a big mess, but if you wanted to, you could very easily grab some tea-dye distressing. Oh, I don't even need one of these because I already have one under here like I'm supposed to, so you just do the click, click. I came to a decision about my big, because I don't use the big distress inks anymore. I've come to a decision about that. I'm actually going to gift them to a friend of mine who is new to crafting, to paper crafting, and has been spending a fortune on just the little VersaCubes. And I just, like, I can't let her keep spending $6 per VersaCube. That is highway robbery. So then if you wanted to, you could just add a little of the tea dye. Not exactly enamoured with that, but that's what experimenting is for. Just to the edges. I think I know how I'd prefer the tea dye, and I will do that in a second. But seeing as I started this way, and you've got this really vintagey looking notepaper. Like, how awesome is this? Like, you don't have to do a lot. The hardest part for me was because I had done such a bulk amount because I wanted extra for other projects. It took forever to get it to dry, so I had to keep taking out the dry pieces. See, look, you've got that little subtle hue of which adds to the age look, or you can just go and do straight onto the edges, which gives them sort of more of a burnt-ish sort of look. So it's up to you how you prefer to do it. If you don't have to do the edges. I was just showing you another way you could do it. So let's try this again in the stamp press with another piece of paper. Move these things to the side. I feel so disorganized, and yet I was really organized. So we're going to take this out and try stamping without that there. We'll use this piece. Yeah, okay, so pop that there, pop that down there. We'll ink up our, and I know where to stamp her better now. Like, to push a little bit better is at the top of her head. Oh, I know why this isn't stamping as well. I need to move her up just slightly. Oh no, oh, look at how beautiful she just stamped. Look at that. That is, and then to do the envelope, you grab an envelope, you pop it in where you want it. Okay, so now I know that it is definitely better to remove that foam piece. So I wasn't doing that a lot, and I know I need to from now on. Okay, but yes, I definitely need to move her up a little, just because I can feel it hitting that edge lip. And there is your matching envelope. And that is a rustic, beautiful set. I'll choose another design of stamp to show you, because let's do that. And then I might actually do this as do the project and then do a project share for it as well. Let's use, who else do I feel like looks very old-fashioned? I'm sorry, I'm running out of room, as always. Who do I in the thing? I'm going to have a tutorial. I'm going to fix this and have a tutorial on that too at some point. So many things to do. Only so many hours in the day. Okay, so we want to pop this in. But what we want to do is move her up just a little so she's not going to hit that lip. These are such a good size for a small writing set. Even for a bigger one, you could easily, happily have, and we're just going to ink it up. Ink it, ink it, ink. And this is a really juicy ink pad because I only made it, I made it last Christmas. Well, not the one just gone, the one before, but I have barely used it, so it's nice and juicy. Okay, we have a little bit of her hair we need to fix. So we do that, and then we hopefully, yep, it went down in the right spot. And there you go. Look at how beautiful this is. This is such a simple idea. The resources are not expensive. This is one of the cheapest things that you can make for someone. It really is super, super inexpensive. Okay, I'm just sort of working out roughly where the edge is. Most people have coffee and tea in their house. Of course, I didn't because I don't really drink either of those. I do like tea. I need to get a new kettle though. I do like tea occasionally. It's not often, but it is occasionally. And then we just press down and look at that. You have a matching piece of paper with a matching envelope. Isn't that gorgeous? Like, it's so simple. It's tea dyed or coffee stained paper that you bake. I found that I had to bake mine on the highest temperature, but that probably would be different for a big oven. It's just that the lower temperature didn't really do anything. So that is it. I'm going to go away and finish this project and then do a project share when I'm done. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you will have a go at making your own gorgeous girl stationery. You don't even have to tea dye. You could mist your papers. You could do it black and white. There are so many ways to do this. I just really loved the idea of when it comes to love letters, the letters looking vintage and old, and that's the first thing I think of, old-fashioned romance, when I think of love letters. And I am not in a relationship, so there wasn't anyone I could create something for, and I wanted to do something that wasn't necessarily traditionally Valentine's-y, so this is my thing. So I'm going to go away and stamp all of these, and you will see a part 2 with a project share. Bye everyone, I will talk to you all soon. Remember, as always, you are incredible, you are amazing, and you truly do matter. Make sure you check out every other lady on this playlist. They are incredible crafters. And also remember to stop back in on the second Sunday of March to see our next project. Bye all!